Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, like I am so excited about this chapter, this new um phase that I'm in. I think it's just getting older or whatever. Anyways, it is my birthday month. It is June. It is youth month. It is Pride month. So this month is going to be all about colors, all about happiness, and just enjoy being out there and doing the best that you could because why not, right? So today, you must have seen it in my title. We are talking about an updated version of my journey to my diploma. I'm so excited to actually share my journey thus far with you guys. So stay tuned and we are going to get right into this. The last time we spoke, that was actually the first video that I posted on YouTube. I was talking about how I ended up studying civil engineering. So I'm going to link it at the end of the video. Please watch it if you haven't watched it. And yeah, right now I am done. I actually completed my theory in my N6 in 2020 during the pandemic, and right now I'm busy doing my practical work. I actually started doing my practicals last year in May 2022, and it has been a year roughly that I've done 12 months. I still need to do road construction, so that is the job that I'm looking for now. But if I can tell you, being on site is so exciting. Like, there's just so many things that like we did in class that we didn't even touch in we didn't touch them like in class, like the theory and everything. Oh my god, like it's so exciting. Guys, I'm so sorry about the lighting in my room. Like it is just bad. The sun is setting, like it's late in the evening, so it's about 5 o'clock, I think. So I'm trying to literally get the last glimpse of light, and I'm using my ring light to help me out. So please don't mind this whole change of lighting thing going on. All right, so I started my practicals last year, right? In May. I worked for a white small company, and they were doing a complex construction. So it was a building construction for a complex, and I learned so many things. I got to use a dumpy level. I got to learn how to lay a brick. So I sort of know how to lay a brick. Well, I know how to make the wall straight and not, wavy or everything. I learned quality control this year. I was part of a management team for another construction company. It was also a small construction company. So everything on site is just exciting. Now, what you can expect from working on an active site is being undermined by workers that are older than you, right? So when I was introduced onto the working side, I was introduced as a student that has been brought onto site by from the main contractor. So Jay, when I was just left alone with the site, my site manager was not around. It was just tough giving people instructions from my site manager. They would just not do the task that I had passed on to them, and then wait for him to come back. And then when he comes back, they would ask, "Did you tell Lily to tell us to do this?" And then he'd be like, "Yeah, why are you not following her instructions?" So it was just it was a battle of hierarchy. At times you're gonna have to prove yourself to your managers and to your fellow workers by doing certain tasks. So it's just to show them that it's not that you can't do it, but the way that you're telling them to do it is the most efficient way of solving the problem. And yeah, one thing I'll tell you for sure is when you are on site, you are the first quality controller. Like the foreman and everyone else is depending on you. So you better make sure that your stuff are done correctly. If you don't know something, ask your residential engineer or your main contractor every time they come onto site. Make sure that you are ahead and on top of problems and situations ahead. Like, do not wait like I did in most cases to be told what to do. You should be able to think it. Even if you're not necessarily suggesting, just make it like a question. Like you ask your site manager or your residential engineer when he's on site, he or she is on site. Um, if things are supposed to be done a certain way, or maybe you're like, okay, the way I've seen it done, or the way it's done is normally done like 1 2 3. Is it the way it's still supposed to be done, or what is what is his or hers suggestion? Like, just be on top of things and don't slack like I did. second thing that Second or third thing, that another thing that you should do is make sure that you don't become too close with the workers. So have fun and make jokes when it's time to make jokes, but do not have lunch with them. Do not sit down with them and have conversation, because when it comes to time for you to supervise them and manage them, they already take you as a minor, or they take you as one of them, and they take it that you are going to be chilled and you're going to be relaxed about certain things. So when you become strict with them, it's going to be a bit of a challenge that you're not gonna be able to handle on your end. Um, okay, this is the one thing that I wish I was told when I started, is that not every company is gonna accept you. Yes, there are a lot of constructions that are going on out there, and yes, there are a lot of companies that are employing, but you must also remember that when you are from a FET college or a private college, you are you are literally competing with um students from university and technicon. So it's gonna be a bit of a challenge for you to find a company that's going to be balanced well for you. I'm not really quite sure what it is that we do exactly, but what I know is when you're on site, it is nice. That's what I can tell you. Anyways, I'm joking, guys. Like you work very closely with I worked very closely with the residential engineer for the site, for the last site that I did. I worked there for like 3 months. The first site that I worked on, I worked for 6 7 months. Let me see. June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. I worked for 8 months on my first site, and then the second one I worked February, March, April. Okay, it was 3 months. I started working for on February from February until April, and then the first site I started working from May until January. So it's not every company that you apply to that's gonna be discouraged. Keep looking. It is, for me, I found it quicker to get a job when I was going from site to site than when I was sitting down, because I literally sat down for a very long time looking for a job online and not finding. And then when I actually got up on my feet and actively searched, going from site to site, I actually secured a job like that. And then when you are from a small town like I am, I'm from Mukopani for those who don't know. Um, it is kind of hard because there may be a lot of construction sites and constructions taking place, but it's not every site manager that's going to want to take you in as part of the project, because you might find their contact details on the board on the outside, but when you actually call, they'll tell you to speak to the site manager directly. And in most cases, when the site manager is white and they see a student, a student of color, then they won't necessarily want to take you in. So be patient, try to explain yourself, and don't give up. In most cases, they will expect you not to want payment, so try to go for that. Just for you to secure your um just for you to secure your spot on the platform. Once you finally get in, try to tell them um when you are in and you are actually doing your work, you are active, and they're seeing your that you are a viable employee or a student. Try to explain to them that you need assistance with transport and maybe lunchbox, and try to speak to them like that. Maybe you might actually secure a stipend of some sort. So yeah, there are two companies that I'm gonna link down below. I'm not gonna name them. I'm gonna link them down below. It's actually WBHO and Sandral. I'm gonna link them down below. The one for Transnet is not up yet, but Transnet does have in-service training. Those are the top three companies that I am sure they always have space for people like you and me, people who have done civil engineering, mechanical, chemical, also people who want to do, people not want to, but people who did HR, whatever, safety management, whatever the case may be, they do post in service training positions for that. So you just have to go to the go to the link, check what the requirements are, and then post your CV. Yeah, that is it from me to you. I hope I did shed a bit of light on a complicated situation, or maybe you think that you should give up. I'm telling you, don't, because there is actually light at the end of the tunnel. It might not show immediately, but it is definitely there, and it is worth you fighting for it. Anyways, it is that from me to you. Much marato. I love you. Don't forget to throw a thumbs up, a massive one, to show me that you actually love my videos, you love my content, and you'd like to see more. It actually cheers me up. Comment down below, let me know if this is the kind of content that you like. If you have any questions, please ask. If I don't know, I will do research for you, and we'll keep the chat going in the comment section. Hit the subscribe button so you can see more videos. Anyways, much marato from me to you. Love you guys. Bye.